Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Coaches Show here in the Lynn Miller Room. JT Webb joined now by head soccer coach Warren Lipka. And coach, a 2-0 loss at Wake Forest in the first round of the NCAA tournament. But your program really showed themselves well. And one thing I remember you saying you wanted Wake Forest to remember they played us, and I believe they did after that.
Well, I think that also the players left with a little disappointment, which is good. You know, that they thought that they played well, they did play well, but I think they want a bit more, and I think our coaching staff wants a bit more. I think we want to be that first team in Moorhead state history to advance in an NCAA game. So we get all these kids back. I think they'll have that hunger to work towards that, and looking forward to getting going again in the spring.
That says a lot about how far your team has come, that you went into that match expecting and wanting and knowing you could get a win out of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, then why play the game? You know, I think it's that's how upsets happen. That's how things change. Is that if you don't think that you can go in there and get a result, then it's not going to happen. So I think our mentality was to go in there and get a victory and move on to the next round, and I think they had a good showing.
Now let's speak a bit about the season overall. So many things to be happy about. OVC champs, number one. After the tough start, what a rebound by your group.
Yeah, I think it's that tough schedule. I mean, was actually a brutal schedule. It really kind of shaped us though for our conference play, and I think we were fit. I thought we were strong. We came away with hardly any injuries, so it allowed us to continue to move forward. And I thought they really came on. I mean, you look at last year's record compared to this year's record; it's night and day. And it was a bit of confidence that this team needed, and they got it, and they took off with it.
You mentioned how much you have coming back. You and your staff, one of the few fortunate in the country that can say we have basically everything coming back. We lost one senior in Alex Pasito, but you have your core group coming back as well as your captains.
Yeah, and that says a lot. And we're going over individual meetings now and talking with the team, and we've got to understand that it just isn't a gimme when we come back. We gotta start over. We've got to be fit. We got to be strong. We got to have that tough mentality that we ended with to move forward. And if we don't do that, we could be one of those teams that you hear about that there would have, could have, and maybe that'll be a shirt this next year. Don't want to be a would have, could have.
Go over for the viewers the schedule for the offseason for the staff and the players.
Right now they'll get a break. They get a break. They've been going hard for a while, so we want them to get a rest. Both their minds and their bodies and that. So we'll get together in December and get some things organized, send them away, and then start back in mid-January with our 8 hours and going into 20 hours and get them going and play 5 dates in the spring like we did last year and really challenge them. I think that was one thing that made us a better team, is that we challenged them in the spring last year, and it kind of came about for the fall.
Coach, one more question for you. The message that you gave just a moment ago, is that the message you'll be giving to the team during the offseason? Don't be a shoulda, coulda.
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't get a group like this every year, and we got a group like this for 2 years, and the chemistry and the way they came together, and we don't want to give it away. And yeah, I think that will be our message, and kind of hits a nerve when you hear those words, and hopefully it will hit their nerves and their heart, and then that they'll fight to come back and be even better next year.
Coach, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations to you and the staff and the players on a great season.
It was a great year, and I'm happy we could be a part of it.
That was head soccer coach Warren Lipka. This is the Eagle Sports Coaches Show.